Hey guys, it's Scott here, and I'm here to break down if I think Omaha Beach can win the Kentucky Derby. And my answer is yes, I think he can win, but I'm going to take a stand and play against him because I got my reasons that I think he can lose. And we'll go ahead and break them down, and I'll start showing you reasons why. And we'll start out with the maiden special weight race, February 2nd at Santa Anita. He's the number 5 horse, and he ran the 7 furlongs in this race in like a minute 21. Very fast time. Time actually came back, fairly fast. Maybe the track was really speed friendly, but you look at some of the other races on the card, which I'll break down. He done a very fast race, and there he is, in the 5, sitting in 3rd right now. And you see very effortlessly almost, only light urge from the jockey. He's pulling up past the 1. Ran the quarter in 21.75, and now he's got the lead, and they'll run the half in like 43 and change. And you see he's already up by 5, 6, 7 lengths. See 43.71. Still getting away. I mean, this race is over right here. And he's turning for home. And he goes on and wins this race by 10, 11 lengths. He ran the 3 quarters, 108.24. Still very fast. Finished up like 121, almost 122. Or, I'm sorry, 121.02. We'll go to Trackers for that day for Santa Anita. And you see 43.71, 108, 121. We'll start with other races on the card. See the half in 44.03, 3 quarters in 109.08, and that was at 6.5 furlongs. So, see, he ran a faster time than that race, even though the track was still fast. Denman's Call, he's an older horse. Ran the half, or here the leader at the half, 43.96 and 109.51. So. Go here. This is at a mile. They ran the half in 47, very slow pace that day. 3 quarters in 112, 7 furlongs in almost 125. That's probably a group of maiden claimers or something that doesn't say right here. We'll move on. 6 furlongs. See, 45.53 for the half. Probably a very slow pace for that day. Finished up in 110.38. Of course, we're back to Omaha Beach, 43.71, 108.24, 120.102. See, mile and 16th, the half in 46.55, 3 quarters in 110. And this was the Robert B. Lewis Stakes. So these were other 3-year-olds on the Derby Trail. And, Mucho Gusto hasn't really, done much, but he still ran the, mile and 16th and 141.81. So the track, was playing, really fast that day. So you can kind of look at the time, as he ran fast, but maybe not quite as, fast as what it looks like at, time value. You see here a mile and an eighth, 146.95, 147.03. So they were just got the 4th place horse, Pavel, 148.89 for a mile and an eighth. That's track was just playing fast, but he ran, the fastest time of the day from the 3 quarters, and ran the fastest, at 7 furlongs. So he done what he was supposed to. And then, we'll go on to, the Rebel Stakes. And here they take on, Game Winner. And that was a race that was broke down into 2 separate divisions because they had a bunch of horses, to run in the race because of Santa Anita, temporarily closing down. And you see, game winner's gonna, or not game winner, but Omaha Beach is gonna jump out, towards the front. He's the 6th horse, I believe. See, he's sitting, third now. He's moved up to second. He's gonna, take over in just a few seconds to, take the lead. And the pace was, it wasn't super fast. The pace was, solid, and he looked very professional in the race. Game winner, one of the highly touted Bafra horses. He's the number 5, and he's starting to make his move. And there goes Omaha Beach, and it's easy to tell these two were definitely the 2 best in the race. And they're just leaving everybody else behind. And when you get to the top of the stretch, it kind of looks like game winner might have a beat on Omaha Beach. He's steadily closing ground. And at this point, I'm actually, when I was watching the race, was thinking game winner was gonna catch him by a nose at the wire. But Omaha Beach manages to, I'll say, get the head bob. I think if the race would have been another 10 feet, game winner might have been the winner. They was kind of head bobbing there at the end. But we'll see how that race came back. We'll see. I gotta find it. Okay, so here it is. Ran the half in 47.29, the 3/4 in 111, the mile in 136, the mile in 16th in 142.42. That's pretty solid time. And if you look in the first division of the race, Improbable and Long Range Toddy, like Improbable was going to win that race, and Long Range Toddy kind of gunned him down at the wire. But they ran in 142.49, so it was very similar times. And they got an older horse race that day, Rated R Superstar, and they ran in 142.66. So definitely not the I don't really value these older horses much. I feel like the older horse class is very weak this year compared to years past, and so I'm kind of got my reservations about how exactly how fast that race was ran. You got Midnight Bisu, who is a top 4-year-old female horse, ran it in 142.72. So maybe she's aggressive. It's kind of tough to make out what to decide with this race. It all came back good, and you definitely got to respect Omaha Beach. But and then I was hoping to clear up in the Arkansas Derby, and I'll pull it up. And here we go. And now we're finally ready. But they take off, and I want to say Omaha Beach was the number 3 horse in that race. He kind of settles in just a little bit, behind horses. He didn't really. I kind of thought he might actually run out to the lead, but he showed he could set off. He's in 5th place right now. Improbables, tucked in on the inside, and all of a sudden Omaha Beach just makes this middle move right here. Just jumps up and takes the lead. And when he done that, I was a little worried. I thought it might tire him out at the end, making a premature move. You see horses do that, and then they don't have enough to hold off, the closers. And, they run the quarter in 23:08, the half in, 47:50, solid pace. And, here comes Improbable, coming to make his move. And, I was worried if Omaha Beach was going to have anything left in the, tank after making that move. And, it kind of looks almost like a repeat of the, the second division of the Rebel. Improbable is basically the new game winner. And, he's coming up, and it looks like when they get around the turn, he might actually be ready to, take the lead. But, they turn, and, Omaha Beach, is holding him off. And, not only holding him off, but starting to slowly, build separation. Improbable's making one more run at him. And he's just, not getting there. He's losing ground right here. And see, they ran them on 137. Finish up in like 149.91. Not a bad time. And we'll come back and see that here it is, the half in 47, 3/4 in 112, 46, the mile 137, 149.91. And in the last, from the mile to the mile and an eighth, you generally want to take that number, times it by 2, and keep it under, 26. And that's kind of a good golden rule of thumb to know if you got a horse that has a shot at the mile and a quarter. And he done it, 38, 24.76. So, they came home, really fast. And you'll see that the older horses on the card, ran that day. A lot of the same was in the previous, Rated R Superstar, Giant Expectations. You got Lone Sailor, Quip. They ran at 150.21, so that was about the same time, only point 30 seconds faster, equals up to about, 2 lengths, give or take, maybe, half a length. But with those times, being so close to being the same, because you got, Lone Sailor, who, had been running down at Fairgrounds, and, this is a, let me find it. Alright, so you got, Lone Sailor ran with, Core Beliefs and Silver Dust, got third on the, Louisiana Derby Day on March 23rd. Had a time of 151.36. Well, if you come to the, Louisiana Derby, that was running 149.53, so that was, almost 2 seconds, faster. So it kind of makes me wonder if, these, Fairgrounds horses this year, the real deal, usually they get overlooked because they haven't really produced much for winners in the last few years. But seeing how close Omaha Beach in 2 races was up to those older horses, and, you got the Fairgrounds 3-year-olds just, blowing them out the door. And this is on, the Risen Star Day, how they are in the, mine shaft, 145.46, for Silver Dust. There's Flame Away. And you, in my Tacitus video, I'll tell you that he ran, 141.90 and ran pretty much 0.01 seconds at the same time as Tacitus. And then, the Risen Star, that's Warville, 144.59, so almost a full second, faster. So, considering that Omaha Beach is going to go off as the favorite, I think I'm willing to take my, shot against him, and maybe in exchange for some of these fairground horses who have been consistently beating these older horses, or, someone like Maximum Security. But, thanks for watching, guys. That's my opinion on Omaha Beach.